Louisa, thank you for taking the time for joining me. Can you tell us just really quickly, what is the Algoma Pregnancy Resource Center and what do you do? What is your ministry?
Yeah, well, our mission statement is to provide men and women who face pregnancy or parenting or post-abortion concerns with emotional, physical, and spiritual support in the unconditional love of Jesus Christ. So pregnancy care centers really fill a gap in many communities for people who are uncertain or feel pressured about what to do regarding an unexpected pregnancy. So we provide a safe place where women can work through the issues and the circumstances that they're facing and really be empowered to make their best decision. So we don't provide or refer for abortion, and we're very upfront about that. But we do want to ensure that no woman is pressured into making a decision that she doesn't want. And we also provide support for those who are working through the grief of a prior abortion as well. And for those who choose to parent, we offer a 16-week pregnancy and parenting education program that's both for before and after the birth. And we have baby clothing from 0 to 24 months, maternity clothing, blankets, snowsuits, diapers, wipes, formula, baby food, cribs, strollers, playpens, almost any baby item that you need. We've got it. And we don't have walk-in services at the moment, but we can organize pickup times for these items in our front porch on Mondays and Wednesdays for anyone who needs those items. And for those who choose to place for adoption, we offer a birth mother support program and we assist them in that process.
And as I was saying earlier, this is obviously an issue that's very, people are passionate on both sides of this issue. And I think it is clearly a biblical issue, but I wanted to ask you, why does this matter to you so much? Obviously being involved, this is an issue that matters to you. And why should we as Christians and Bible believing Christians, why should this be something that matters to us as well?
Well, I think as Christians, I believe that we're called to serve others in practical ways when they're hurting or when they're in need or when they feel abandoned and alone. And it made me think of the passage in Matthew 25, verse 35 through 40. For I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I needed clothes and you clothed me. I was sick and you looked after me. I was in prison and you came to visit me. And I think those can be metaphorical prisons as well, not literal ones always. And then the righteous will answer him, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you as a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go visit you? And the king will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters, you did it for me. And so I really see the pregnancy center as a ministry to the least of these, reaching out to the despairing with God's love and giving hope.
That's such a different perspective that I think sometimes when we think about some of these issues, I don't know, I get the image of somebody screaming and holding a sign, sort of like shouting the truth. That's such a wonderful perspective, that idea of mercy and truth coming together, standing up for what's right, but also then doing it in a way that brings hope to the hurting. That's such a great perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, well, definitely, because certainly, I don't think abortion is ever on someone's bucket list, and when someone is feeling like that's the only option they have, I think that, we need to respond with love and compassion and realize they're in a place where they're hurting and they need someone to come alongside them and listen and help so they don't feel pressured into something that they may not really want to do.
well, and you use that term, right? It's a safe place for them to work through these issues. That's such a great thing. So for those who are interested, who want to get involved in the Pregnancy Center, how can we connect with you? How can we get involved in what your ministry is?
Yeah, well, we always need volunteers to meet with clients in our pregnancy and parenting education program. and to sort baby item donations that come in. That's a big job. However, we aren't holding any volunteer training this year because of the pandemic, but we hope we will be able to offer a course next year for new volunteers. If anyone is interested in serving on our board, we will have a vacancy later this year. So if anyone feels so inclined, we hold monthly Zoom meetings, and the term is for 3 years. So if anyone likes to be on a board, we
Well,
do
yeah.
need volunteers for that.
Who knows, maybe sitting on a board is more comfortable for somebody than, doing one-on-one counseling with a new parent sort of thing. That's certainly possible. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, everyone has different gifts, so I think that's wonderful. And probably the most helpful thing right now are people willing to be monthly donors, so that we can have a steady income each month that we can rely on. Because we receive no government support, we are solely supported by donations. And certainly in situations like the pandemic, which took everyone by surprise, it was our monthly donors that gave us that foundational financial support that helped us through those months of uncertainty, especially when we couldn't hold fundraisers the way we used to. So if you can give $50 or $20 or even $10 a month, every little bit adds up, just so that we can stay operational throughout this pandemic and continue helping those in need. We have automatic withdrawal options, or you can set it up on our website with a credit card, or you can send post-dated checks in the mail for the whole year. So there's lots of different options for that. And you can get in touch with us by email, which is info@algomapregnancy.com, or you can go to our website, which is www.algomapregnancy.com for more information.
Well, thank you very much. I know we had to do this very briefly, and I probably talked more than I ought to. So thank you for taking the time with me to do this interview. I really appreciate it. God bless you guys in your ministry there.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.